morning. It's Wednesday, June the 10th, and this is our 13th week of social distancing, but hopefully the Riverside County Health Officer will give permission for us to open either this Friday, June 12th, or Monday, June the 15th. If you signed up for classes this week, they'll all be transferred over to next week unless I hear from you otherwise, with the exception of Friday and Saturday if we are open, of course. And again, I invite you to check the website, go to the COVID-19 guideline on the menu bar, click it, and it will give you all of the protocol and guidelines that we must all follow to be safe as we re-enter into practicing together. So this week's practice is all about restoring, rest, relax, and renew. So you'll need a bolster, a blanket, a block, which I forgot to bring in, and a strap. And if you do not have a bolster, you can take a pillow and wrap your blanket around that pillow to create a bolster effect. Our Sanskrit focus is sattvic, and sattvic is the action of calm understanding, sattvic. And our mudra is the Vakram mudra for transformation. This brings calmness and balance and equanimity to the whole mind, body, heart complex. So you want to fold the left fingertips towards the palm, thumb up, and then hook the right hand around those curled fingers and bring the thumb tips together, bringing the mudra into the heart, relaxing the shoulders down. Our meditation focus this week is calmness, and you can meditate this week listening to the music of Tom Barabas and his Moon Dust. So I invite you to get comfortably seated, relax the shoulders, engage upward through the bandhas, rest the eyes, and let that promote relaxation of the face. Close the lips, relax the tongue and jaws, and connect to the breath as we take a few moments establishing pranayama ujjayi. Om Mani Padme Hum, may all beings be happy, and may all beings be free from suffering. And while you're establishing your breath, I would like to share with you a poem that I actually wrote yesterday, entitled Silence into Unity by Deb Potts. Active silence bears open our unifying inner light, and as it emerges, it begins to glow. Humankind has reached its low. We must find time to keep silence in the presence of tragedy and disaster. From shared silence comes a shared voice. A shared listening to spirit leads to social action, especially peace. The human soul is the positive value for silence. As we sit and absorb zazen, we hear truth and love spoken. Humankind is screaming for inspiration, transformation, and compassion. Silence is the answer for something too deep for words. It is numinous and unveils otherworldly feelings. Let's find the peace in silence, transform one individual at a time, and find a way to unify humankind. The light will shine, for despair is finite, but hope is infinite. Feel the vibration of positive change. be the vibration of positive change. And together, we will create the change. Unify and silence. Silence into Unity by Deb Potts. I invite you to bring your hands together into Anjali Mudra at the heart as you explore the energy of the heart for your personal intent, your Sankalpa. And we'll chant Rama Dasa 3 times, followed by Om, concluding with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Remember, Rama Dasa is the mantra chant that cuts across all time and space and sends out healing energy. Rama Dasa, Rama Dasa, Rama Dasa, Om. Rama Dasa, Rama Dasa, Rama Dasa, Om. Rama Dasa, Rama Dasa, Rama Dasa, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Interlace the fingers and let's move with the breath as we inhale to full extension and exhale. Release. Repeat. And third time for the stay. Rattle out any pent-up tension in the upper body. Holding stationary. Exhale. Release to the fingertips and take your alternate shoulder shrugs. Inhale the arms out off the shoulders. Exhale, lift into your twist to the right. Shoulders up, down, wrap toward the spine. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lift into your twist to the left. Shoulders up, down, wrap toward the spine. Inhale back through center, full overhead extension, hinge and fold into Yoga Mudra. Inhale, sliding the hands back into the hip crease. We'll do seated cat dog tilts. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, slide into dog tilt. And repeat. And a third time. Back to neutral, stretching out through Dandasana. Let's parallel the hands alongside the hips. Relax the shoulders. Ground through the heels. And we'll do our quad stretching 3 times. Inhale, extend. And exhale, flex, lift. Repeat. And a third time. Sustaining the flexion lift, shoulders relax, stay with the breath. Inhale, release. Grounding through the left leg as we cross the right over for foot stimulation. Spreading of the toes, fingers between, flex, extend. Brace the ankle, take your forward ankle rotations. And reverse. Back to neutral, twist the upper foot away. Inhale through center, exhale, twist back. Back through center, extend through the right finger or left fingertips, interlock with the right, squeeze the upper foot. I'll get my directions set here in a moment. Release, and let's take our top and bottom foot massage 3 times. cradle, Hindalasana. Inhale, release. Grounding through the right leg. Let's cross the left over. Foot stimulation. Spreading of the toes. Fingers between. Flex, extend. Braced ankle. Forward rotations through the ankle joint. And reverse. Back to neutral. Twist the upper foot away. Inhale through center, exhale, twist back. And back to neutral. Extend through the right fingertips, interlock with the left, squeeze the upper foot. Release, and let's take our foot massage 3 times. And staying grounded through the right leg as we take Hindalasana to the left side. And inhale, release. All right, let's grab our strap. And this is where you may or may not need the strap. We're going to do Gomukhasana through its full expression. And so if you can't interlock the hands behind the back, you might need the strap when we get to that upper body position. So I give you choices in the lower body. The first choice is to slide the right leg under the left. If you have limited mobility through the knees and the hips, this is probably your best choice. If you have more openness, you can take the log or the square posture, the stacking of the legs. If you have a big gap here, slide your blanket or your block between and let the upper leg relax into that support. And of course, the full expression is the stacking of the knees, creating a triangular shape with the lower body. And if this is your choice, clasping the big toes, relax the shoulders, remain open and expansive through the solar plexus, the chest, the heart, and stay with the breath. Inhale, extend through the arms, exhale. Right on top of left, you can cross at the elbow, bring the back of the hands together, cross at the wrist, bring the back of the hands together, or take full wrap or eagle, Garudasana. Inhale, release, full overhead extension, and exhale, folding forward. And you should feel an intense, deep stretch through your left side from the glute to the knee, through the IT band. Inhale, coming back up, full overhead extension. Exhale, release into a shoulder shrug. Now this is where you may or may not need the strap as an extension if you can't interlock the hands. So you take the strap over the right shoulder. You want to keep this elbow pointing to the sky and try not to let this arm crank your head and neck down. You want to fully expand and open the left shoulder by rotating the arm completely around, and then start sliding the hand up the back as high up the belt as you can, and then pull oppositionally. Or you can interlock through the fingers and create that opposite tension. So we're stretching the bicep of the lower arm, or strengthening the bicep of the lower arm and the tricep of the upper arm. Stay with the breath. Inhale, release, full overhead extension. Exhale into a shoulder shrug and stretch out through Dandasana. This time, of course, the left leg is going to be on bottom. So again, you have your 3 choices. leg underneath or the log, or the full expression, of course, which is the stacking of the knees, clasping of the big toes. And again, relax the shoulders and remain expansive and open through the front body with your deep diaphragmatic breath, pranayama ujjayi. Now we'll transition into the eagle arms, so extension of the arms, and this time left is on top, so crossing at the elbow crease or the wrist or the full wrap. Inhale, release, full overhead extension. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, coming back up, full overhead extension once again. Exhale, release, and take your shoulder shrug. All right, so this time the strap will go over the left shoulder, elbow stays up. You want to keep your neck in that neutral position. A complete opening and expansion as you wrap around with the right side, slide up the belt or interlock through the fingers. And focus on the breath. Inhale, release, and full overhead extension. Exhale, release, and to a shoulder shrug. And stretch out through Dandasana. All right, so we can release our belt. And we're going to take a seated twist and then head to knee. So on the exhale, you want to cross your left leg over your right. Right can stay extended or fold beneath. Inhale, extend through the right arm. Exhale, wrap leverage. Extend through the left and release behind. On the exhale, lift into your twist to the left. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift into the twist. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift into the twist and sustain. Inhale, release. Stretch out through the left leg. Fold the right foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, full extension. And exhale, folding forward. And stretch out through the fingertips. Inhaling up as we release out of Janu Sirsasana, head to knee. Exhale, release, and stretch out through Dandasana. All right, so this time we will cross right over left. Left can extend or fold beneath. Inhale, extend through the left arm. Exhale, wrap leverage. Extend through the right and release behind. Look forward, lengthen. Exhale, lift into your twist to the right. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift into the twist. Inhale, release. Exhale. Remember, you initiate the twist from the belly, mid-back, upper back, shoulders, neck, head, and sustain. Inhale, release. Stretch out the right leg, fold the left foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, full extension, and exhale, hinge and fold forward. Stretch out from the fingertips, inhale your way up, full overhead extension. Exhale, release into a shoulder shrug and stretch out through Dandasana. All right, we're gonna come down onto our backs now. So let's scoot up to the front edge of the mat. Wrap the shins, and before we come down, let's make sure that our bolster is handy. Wrap the shins, lift the heart, slowly exhale your way down. And once down, we'll inhale through spinal extension, lengthening from fingers to toes. Exhale, release the arms, bend the legs, and we're going to take 3 L stretches. Inhale, toes skyward, arms to the mat, navel into the spine. Then the knees, slowly release the feet, followed by the arms. And repeat. And exhale, release. And third time for the stay. And exhale, release. Now let's float up into either variation of cannonball as we hug the thighs into the chest and rock through each side. Inhale, release. All right, let's bring the knees together and slide the feet towards the edge of the mat. Relax the shoulders as we take the resting pose, allowing the iliopsoas muscles to release. And just sink into the support beneath you. Inhale, separate the knees, feet hip width, big toes pigeoned. And we're going to do pelvic tilting. So on the inhale, press the tip of the tailbone. That lifts the small of the back. On the exhale, press the small of the back, and that lifts the tip of the tailbone. That's 1. Let's take 5 more. Move with your breath. And back to neutral. Now we'll take the half bridge. We'll keep the arms anchored, head and neck in neutral position, chin drop. Inhale, peel from the tailbone just to the mid-back. Exhale, roll down from the mid-back to the tip of the tailbone. 5 more. And back to neutral. Now the spine is primed for the full bridge, and we activate the arms for the bridge pose. Inhale, peel from the tailbone through the vertebrae. We're going to stop the weight at the shoulders, extend the arms, lift the pelvis. Exhale, roll down from the shoulders to the tip of the tailbone, and release the arms. And repeat. And third time for the stay, variation of choice. And exhale, rolling back down. Now let's counter with the other variation. If that's not good for your knees, you can hug behind the knees and draw the thighs in and gently rock through each side. Inhale, release. Now we're going to do the reverse pigeon, eye of the needle. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left, lift the left foot, drive the right arm through, leverage elbow and knee. Interlock behind the left knee. Allow the lower left leg to relax down. Exhale, draw the legs in. And again, you'll feel that intensity of stretch evolve from your right glute through the IT band toward the right knee. Support that intensity with your deep breathing. Inhale, uncross, and cross left over right. Lift the right foot, drive the left arm through, leverage elbow, knee, interlock behind the right. Allow the lower right leg to relax down. Exhale, draw the legs in till you hit that aha point in your body. Maintain it with your breathing. Inhale, uncross, and stretch out through spinal extension on the inhale. Exhale, release, bend the legs, set the feet flat. On the exhale, let's fold the left side into half wind. Inhale, release the leg to full extension. We'll take Supta Padangusthasana, the supine hamstring stretch. And on the exhale, rolling up, drawing head and knee toward one another. If you need additional support for the weight of the head, provide that with your right hand. Inhale, release, and exhale, fold the right or left side, into half wind. Rotate the knee to the left, hook the outer right quadricep with the left edge of your left foot, tee your arms. Exhale, we'll cross over into support to the right. Inhale, turn the head and neck to the left. Take several head neck rotations, releasing tension. And then settling the head into neutral position or keep it turned to the left. Inhale the head to center, right leg to alignment, uncross, and exhale, fold the left side into half wind. Inhale, release. Realign so that you're not tilting. Exhale, fold the right side into half wind. Inhale, release the right leg to full extension as we set up for the hamstring stretch. Exhale, rolling up, drawing head and knee toward one another. Head support with the left hand if needed. Inhale, release, and exhale, fold the right side into half wind. Rotate the knee to the right, hook the outer left quadricep. Push your knee down with leg strength as you tee the arms. Exhale, cross over into support to the left. Inhale, turn the head and neck to the right. You can take rotations again if you need them, and then choose the neck position that works for you. Inhale the head to center, left leg to alignment and cross. Then let's float up into wind, and we'll take several sacrals front to back, side to side, clockwise circles, and counterclockwise circles. And release to the feet. Inhale, stretch back through spinal extension. We'll take the supine crescent moon or banana asana. Clasping the left wrist with the right hand. Exhale, walk your legs out to the right, press or stack left on top, upper body, head and neck to the right. Let's try to keep the left shoulder and inner left glute grounded. Inhale, legs to center, upper body, head and neck. Neutralizing through Supta Tadasana. Clasp the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale, walk the legs out to the left, stacked or pressed together, upper body, head and neck to the left, keeping the right shoulder, inner right glute grounded. Inhale, legs back to center, upper body, head and neck, and exhale, release. All right, let's grab our bolster and we'll set up for the supine cobblers. So we want to cross our legs over the bolster and bring the soles of the feet together. You have options. You can keep the feet down on the mat, or if you want to work a deeper hip stretch and groin stretch, you can bring the soles of the feet or the feet up onto the bolster with your legs, pressing the soles of the feet together. Arms can be in cactus, shavasana, or resting the hands to the abdomen. On the exhale, fold the legs towards one another, tuck, and release the bolster, and stretch back through spinal extension to neutralize. Exhale, release. Then the legs, set the feet flat. Let your hips shift left as you fold into supported fetal to the right. And once balanced, inhale your way up. All right, have your trifold blanket nearby, and let's place our bolster, or our creation of a bolster with our blanket and pillow at the right edge of our mat. And we're going to take the quadratus lumborum stretch, the QL stretch. We want to fold the right leg into a 90-degree position so that the length of the quadricep is pressing into the long edge of our bolster. And you want to keep this leg in activation by the flexion of your foot. Then swing your left leg parallel to the edge of the mat so that your joints align. We want to press the bolster and thigh together. Fully extend through your right side, resting onto the bolster's support. Head to the arm. Extend the left arm. Stack the hands. And as you press the right thigh into the bolster, you want to start to laterally stretch and twist through your left hip, knee, ankle to the left as you find your edge in the stretch. And make sure you're breathing. Exhale, rotate back toward the bolster and slowly inhale your way up. And now we're going to take the reclined twist. So we turn the bolster now lengthwise and make sure the bolster is fully on the mat. If you like support for the head, you can take your trifold blanket and place it at the top edge. We're going to tap the end of the bolster with the right hip and either split fold the legs or you can stack fold them. You want to maintain vertical length from your belly to your crown as you parallel the hands on either side of the bolster. And you're going to lift into your twist until you hit your twist edge. So you shouldn't be falling or collapsing yet. Once you can't twist any further through your body, you recline your right side down to the bolster and the blanket support. Now for the intensity through your left side, if you want more intensity, you can pull the legs further behind you. Less intensity, tuck them closer toward your chest. So again, always finding that perfect edge in your body where you are feeling the stretch with a safe intensity. And the use of your breath tells you that. Pardon me. On the exhale, stack the legs, parallel the hands to the bolster, inhale your way up, and stretch out through Dandasana. All right, let's switch the blanket over to this side temporarily. Now we're going to bring the bolster over the thighs and hug it into the abdomen rather tightly. And then flex the feet to maintain activation in your legs. And we'll take a supported Paschimottanasana, east meets west, forward fold. Inhale, full extension. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. Arms can just stay in extension. Try to release the hands to support, or you can leverage at the feet. Tuck the chin to the chest, let it rest to the bolster. Stretch out through the fingertips, inhale your way up, full overhead extension. Exhale, release into a shoulder shrug. Now we'll set up for the QL stretch through the left side. So we want to set our bolster to the left edge of the mat and fold the left leg into that 90-degree position as we align the right leg through the joints parallel to the edge of the mat. Again, hold the bolster in snugly, full extension through your left side. Release to the bolster support, head to the arm, extend the right arm, stretch, stack the hands. As you press the thigh into the bolster, rotate the right hip, knee, ankle to the right, finding your edge in the stretch. Keep breathing. Exhale, rotate back toward the bolster and use the upper body strength to slowly raise up. And now we'll set up for the recline twist to this side. So pillow or not, that's your preference. Let's tap the end of the bolster with the left hip, split fold or stack fold the legs. Hold the bolster in snugly, lift into your twist with that sense of lift, and exhale, recline to your left. left side. Adjust your legs as needed for the intensity through your right SI joint. Exhale, stack the legs, press the palms, inhale, coming up. All right, so we can release the blanket. And we'll set up for the supported back bend, the fish, Matsyasana. And this is where you can use a block to support your head if you need that lift, if you don't like the sensation of taking the back of the head all the way to the mat. So you want your back to the bolster snugly into the buttocks. And want to keep the legs in activation by stretching through the toes and pressing the inner edge of the legs and feet together. That prevents the low back from compressing. So on the inhale, we stretch the thoracic back onto the bolster, and that lifts us into the back bend. We're going to slide the shoulders over the back edge. Notice that I'm keeping my chin dropped and that it keeps my trachea and my cervical vertebrae safe. And then release the back of the head down to your blanket, your block, or all the way down to the mat. Now, if your shoulders aren't releasing down, if they're doing this and your arms are up, then I suggest that you bring the hands to the belly or rest onto the bolster. So again, find your safe place in the pose. Matsyasana, the fish. Exhale, press the triceps down into the bolster. Now, if you have back issues, you might want to release out into fetal to the right. But if you're working on strengthening the back and the core, you press the triceps down, lift the head, drop the chin, engage the back and core as you inhale up through Dandasana with an overhead extension. Exhale, release into a shoulder shrug. And then let's release the bolster, keep it nearby, and come up into Chakravarkasana, the tabletop. So plant the hands shoulder width, align your joints, and we'll do our 3 reps of dog, cat, puppy, or cow, cat, puppy. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart into the cow or the dog tilt. Press the shins, round the spine, tuck the tail, cat tilt. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Exhale, sit back, hinge forward, stretch into puppy. Inhale, reset, and repeat. And a third time. Staying seated in puppy, make sure you transfer the weight to the heels, full upper body extension. From there, on the exhale, we find our gate edge out to the right. Inhale through center, and exhale, take your gate edge out to the left. So big toes touching, knees separating as we bring the bolster in between the thighs. Slowly on the inhale, we stretch out onto the bolster support. You have choices here. You can stack the hands and rest the head there, or turn the head to one side. Now, if you're up like this, you need to roll the blanket and slide it between so you can release back into that support. You don't want to sit up and forward into this pose because that puts a lot of pressure into the knee joint. You can also roll a blanket and put it under your ankles if you're experiencing issues with the ankles or feel that there's a cramping in the feet or the legs. So Balasana, the supported child's. Inhale through center, exhale, turn the head to the opposite side. Inhale through center, stretch out through the arms, and inhale your way up. And release the bolster. Let's come into preparatory position for downward facing dog. So curl the toes, sit back, stretch out through the arms. On the exhale, we come light out of the hands through the shoulders into bent leg dog, taking our alternate heel drops. And when ready, ground the heels. Hinge at the hips, press the upper body back towards the legs. Exhale, walk to mid-mat. Hinge at the hips, mild flexion of the knees as you lift the arms and clasp the elbows for the hanging Uttanasana. Release the hands, bend the knees, inhale your way up. Full overhead extension. Exhale, release, and relax through the shoulders. All right, let's come to mid-mat. Bring the legs and feet together. Inhale the arms out to the side, up overhead. Interlace and press the palms skyward. And we'll do the standing gait. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Back through center. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bend the knees, drop the buttocks. Inhale, full extension, lengthen. Back bend. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the buttocks. Inhale, full extension. Repeat. And a third time, back to the right. Exhale, release into a shoulder shrug. All right, let's take classic Tadasana, feet hip width, joints aligned, arms hanging freely. Set a drishti, and we'll do Hasta Tadasana, the toe balance. Inhale, lift the heels, pelvic floor, core, fingertips up, shoulders down, exhale, release. And repeat. Exhale, release. And now for the stay, drishti of choice, shoulders relaxed. And exhale, release. And relax through the shoulders. All right, so since you're at home, you don't necessarily have to take your mat unless you're on a really slippery surface. Otherwise, you can just take your bolster or your blanket to the wall for the reverse waterfall, Viparita Karani, our legs up the wall. So you need to sit at one edge of your bolster. Push the inner hip into the wall as you fall to your left side or right side. And then you want to make sure that you press the buttocks into the wall. And arms can be in cactus, shavasana, or resting to the belly. And flex the feet, ground the calves and glutes into the wall. And rest the eyes and just release into this gentle reversing inversion. On the exhale, tuck and release into fetal to the right. And once balanced, inhale your way up. And then find your way back to your mat. And we'll come up to the front edge of the mat, wrap the shins, lift the heart, slowly exhale our way down. And inhale through spinal extension. Exhale, release the arms, bend the legs, set the feet flat. And let's float up into Little Bear, scribing our inner circles. Reverse. Infinity. Inhale, static crunch. Release, and let's set up for the happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Once you find your edge safely into the pose, stay there or opt to rock. And back to the neutral position, or the static position rather. And exhale, fold into wind. Now let's take 3 to 6 front to backs. And then 3 to 6 side to sides. And 3 to 6 clockwise circles. And 3 to 6 counterclockwise. Release the feet to the edge of the mat at a 45-degree angle. Tee the arms, and we'll do 3 windshield wipers. Exhale, drop the right leg down. Pause as it pulls the left along. Inhale, lift, and exhale, drop the left leg to the left as it pulls the right along. Pause at the base. That's 1, do 2 more. rise in, inhale, release, and stretch out into Shavasana. So let the feet fall out to the sides, arms alongside, palms up, shoulders released, gently rocking the head from side to side. A gentle tilt of the chin to the chest, and just sink into Mother Earth's support. Deepening the breath and sensing your groundedness, take a moment to reconnect to the physical body, wiggling fingers and toes. And reunite breath with movement as you inhale the arms overhead, lengthening from fingertip to toe tip. And then allowing your exhale breath to fold you into supported fetal to the right. And once balanced there, inhale your way up into a comfortable seat. Om Mani Padme Hum. May all beings be happy, and may all beings be free from suffering. Bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra at the heart. We'll do Ramadasa 3 times with Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, sending healing, energy, and peace out into the universe. Ramadasa, 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 Om. Ramadasa, 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 Om. Ramadasa, 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 Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I think 99 times and I find nothing. I stop thinking and swim in silence, and the truth comes to me. And those are the words of Albert Einstein. Hatha Yoga, Anasasanam. Now let the true teaching of yoga begin. And it is indeed an honor and a pleasure you chose to spend time here. Namaste. And I would like to conclude with one other announcement. For those of you that have compromised immune systems or other factors that will prevent you from coming back to the studio right away, I will continue to offer one virtual yoga class and one virtual meditation class per week for a short period of time until most people are returning back to the studio. There will be a charge for it. It will be unlimited use for the month for $75, and that will include 4 complete classes of yoga and 4 complete classes of meditation. And you can just mail those payments into me to the studio. But we hope that you can return to the studio as quickly as possible. So again, hopefully we'll open June 12th or June 15th. As always, check my blog on Sunday for the latest updates and my YFL Facebook page. So until we meet again, stay well, be kind, and be safe. Namaste.